One way or another, that was New Speedway Boogie by the Grateful Dead, and my guest has shown up. And I've been really bad about this over the last couple of episodes. I always introduce the guest, and so I'm not going to today. Because that's the first question. So please introduce yourself and the office you're currently seeking.
Hi, everybody. My name is Erick Schat Jr. Some know me as Bink or Binky or all the variations of that. I'm running for Bishop City Council.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you lived in the area? Should I call you Bink or should I call you Eric or?
I prefer Eric.
Eric?
Yeah,
Okay.
you prefer Eric. Yeah, I feel like an adult when you tell me that. Yeah. I have to remind myself, I'm like, come on, Bink, I pay taxes.
That's right. You're Eric now, right?
Yeah. But it's, the older generation, it's a term of endearment most of the time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll have to look it all up later.
Yeah, it came from my grandpa. He was from the Netherlands, and according to him, it means stout.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, how long have you lived in the area? Talking about family.
So my dad came here in '58.
Okay.
With his grandpa. They immigrated from the Netherlands because of World War II.
All right.
And just wrecked that country, wrecked Europe, and I was born and raised here. I left in '07 for college, came back about 3 years ago, just got tired of the city, got tired of the policies that I saw, got tired of the things that just didn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been here in total, I'd say about 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you grew up here.
Yeah, I grew up
just because you left for a while
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you're not from
Yeah, it's...
Yeah. Right there. What drove you to the decision to run for office?
So since it's a small town, I feel that, because I'm passionate about this place, the way that Bishop is ran, cops show up to your house in 2 minutes. There's not, drug paraphernalia everywhere like I've seen in the Bay Area. I saw a lot of the policies that the local government has, and I felt that, the average person that's trying to live the American dream, quit their job, start a business, take that risk. I felt that was going to be unfairly perilous for them.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that they would be crushed, smothered out before they even had a chance to really explore what they were capable of, and I didn't think that was fair. That's not what America's about. My dad, when he moved here, he said, everyone told him that the streets were paved in gold, and I didn't really know what that was when I got older. And America is one of those few countries where that if you take the risk, you apply yourself, everything is supposed to be set up to help you succeed, not the opposite. And my parents came here, my dad came here, they had a skill, they didn't have any money, and, they worked their ass off. They worked really, I can't say that.
No, that's all right.
Worked their buns off.
There you go.
And worked really hard. And they tell me, like, back then they didn't have the same restrictions that they have now.
Right.
And I can tell you that's absolutely true. It's like now you get the government telling you can't take a bush out. It's... So
let's go to question 5 here. Can you briefly share some of the plans if you are, actually we got to go to question 4. What do you think you're the best candidate for this office?
So one of the things that you learn when you run a business and multiple businesses is that the business isn't about you. It's not about the one person who apparently is at the top. It's about the team. It's about everybody. It's the person that's, getting up in the middle of the night or doing whatever. It's like, I don't want to do their job. So I need to do whatever I can to make sure that they want to do their job, whether it's pay or, benefits or the environment they work in,
Right.
The environment people work in is almost more important than the money, I'd say.
I would say so.
If you're working in a terrible, terrible, unorganized, malicious environment, people are just going to leave.
Right.
Like, I'll take a pay cut so I don't have to deal with this. Quality of life is a really big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I've noticed that, and my dad told me a long time ago, he says, when you walk in this bakery, he says, you need to have the attitude of a servant.
Mm.
He says, you need to go in here and you need to help them. You need to do what you can to make their job better because they put food on your table.
Mm.
He was very serious when he said that to me. And that's stuck with me throughout my life, is to have an attitude of a servant. You know, like this, and nothing bugs me more than entitlement. Entitlement really bugs me. And so going into government, you know, I think maybe everyone's gotten a feeling that government really feels entitled. They feel like they're entitled to your money. They feel like you're entitled to whatever you're trying to do, your works, etc. You know, how they feel they need to do things instead of how the people want to do things. I'm seeing silly things happen all the time, and you know, I would try to create an environment with these people who I have to work with to focus on what's actually good for the individual, what's good for Main Street, what's good for the long-term goal, not just, you know, we need to, you know, I don't know. I see silly things. I don't really want to be specific, but I just,
Well, in answer to the question, you want to be a servant to the people.
yeah. So I like that idea. I think that's the correct attitude.
Right.
And I think on top of that, I can empathize as being a business owner, not saying like, you know, I'm pro business owner. I empathize with the business owner. You know, the taxes are insane. And, you know, these people really depend on these businesses to function properly. You know, their paychecks need to be on time.
Okay. If you are elected to city council, what are some of the plans that you want to implement?
Grand vision. Having a grand vision of the general direction we're trying to go. You know, I've been to many cities where they have a grand vision. They know what they're about. They have a thing. You know, it's like Bishop doesn't really have a thing. It's just a town that people drive through and their way to Mammoth, you know. And I think that having a grand vision, whatever we can come up with. I mean, I have my own ideas, of course. But, you know, we're just kind of like this town where people, you know, stop, get gas and buy some bread and keep going.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think I prefer Bishop over Mammoth personally, you know. But that's not what these people are about. You know, I think there's a lot of opportunity here that can be explored.
So this grand vision, how are you going to implement that?
Well, obviously, you know, if you don't get people on board, if they don't believe in what you're proposing, and they can't put in their 5 cents on what that is, you're not going to get anywhere.
Right.
You know, you have to get people on board. They have to believe in the spirit of what you're talking about. You know, that's something I talk about all the time. Is there's the letter of the law, and then there's the spirit of the law. If people don't believe in the spirit, it's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
It's ineffective. People don't believe in it, right? It's important for people to believe in things. So hopefully that answers.
Yeah, I think so. So we're done with the serious questions. What- A little rough getting through, not because of all the people coming in and out.
That just makes it interesting.
Out of the door back here.
Yeah.
Trying to allow it. The sign says on there. What are
This is a radio station, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you would think. What is one of your favorite things to do in the Eastern Sierra?
My favorite thing to do is load up my kids and my dog in my Jeep and just go up in the mountains and just see things unfold.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, you know, that's something I really, really missed being in the city. Is I felt like so constricted, and you just couldn't I mean, you could go somewhere, you could, but it's like, I don't know, there's something about going up in the Sierras and having a bit of a challenge to get there, and nobody there to babysit you along the way or tell you exactly how you need to do things. It's like, you know, that's what I love about where we live, is the freedom of exploring and not having to everything be structured perfectly.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. What are your hobbies? Between two jobs.
Yeah. I don't really have a hobby right now.
Okay.
It used to be either working on cars or video games.
Okay.
Lately my hobby is just yard work.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems
peaceful.
Yeah, it's peaceful. You know, that's what I can get into everything, and there's no like go aspect of it.
Right.
So yeah, right now I guess it'd be gardening.
Cool. What's your because we're getting ready to play it, the classic rock song that you chose?
All right.
What is it?
It's a Sting song, of course.
Well, Police, but same art,
Yeah.
same artist, Sting, Police.
Every little thing she does is magic.
That's right.
Magic,
And
magic.
yeah, you said you liked the part at the end.
Yeah,
Where he just keeps
I mean
saying-
everyone likes a little magic.
and he
right?
says it and says it and says it over and over again. Well, Eric, thank you for coming, and we appreciate you stopping by and doing this interview with us.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys put this on.
Absolutely.